Are you serious? Are you serious? Listen closely. That's the sound. Yes, it's the sound of the swamp draining. It's draining. Bob Corker, gone. Jeff Flake, gone. But their poll numbers were terrible. Corker was not going to get reelected. Flake definitely didn't have a chance of getting reelected in Arizona. Why? Well, Flake, ever since the president of the United States, Donald Trump, was elected, Flake has fought him tooth and nail. Now, I knew all about Jeff Flake before Trump ever won the election, because I knew the year before he was in that John McCain, basically establishment conference they held with, brought in all of the big Democrats as well as globalists. All the globalists got together, and Flake was a main part of that. But Flake was against the president from day one because he's a globalist. He's an establishment. And you can see it. And what's happened is Trump is identifying the establishment senators. And one by one, he's picking them off and going to try to replace them with new Republican candidates. Now, there's a risk in that, I guess, and that is your new Republican candidate could lose and a Democrat gets the seat. But as far as Trump's concerned, it wouldn't make any difference if that's the case, because the Republican they got in the seat won't do anything to help move the agenda forward. They're fighting Trump on Obamacare, replace and repeal. They're fighting Trump on tax cuts. They're fighting him on everything he does. So he begins to drain the swamp. And that's what you're hearing. And guess what, folks? They did a poll, MSNBC did a poll. 80%, Trump owns the Republican Party now. 80% of the Republicans in this nation back Trump. 80% of the Republicans. That means Trump can decide if you're gone or not, no matter who you are. This is why you see Mitch McConnell now coming in line. This is why you're seeing some of those, Lindsey Graham, coming in line. This is why these guys are coming in line, because they know if they kept irritating and agitating Trump, their history. Flake is gone. Coker's gone. The swamp is draining. Now, there'll be Democrats that will also be drained. He'll turn on them during the campaign. When we get into the 2018, Trump will start picking off the Democrats that he sees that are vulnerable to get more seats for the Republicans. But right now, it's time to get rid of some of these establishment Republican senators who are never going to help him and who are already tanking in the polls. Jeff Flake is so far down. He only has a 28% against the Democrat opponent that he would be facing. He only had 24% against the Republican opponent that he would be facing that nobody even knows. Flake is done. He is done. And the swamp is being drained. And so what Corker and Flake will do, is, as you heard, is try to trash the president, talk about his demeanor, talk about his attitude, talk about his brashness, talk about his mental capacity. And Trump don't care if they do it. He just slugs them back. Because Trump knows he wakes up every morning, looks at the Republican Party, and the people are still saying, thank you, drain the swamp. You're witnessing the draining of the swamp. Now the media wants to put a spin on this, as if the Republican Party is imploding, as if Trump is destroying Washington, that he's destroying the institution of the presidency. These guys are, it's a joke. They're literally a joke. They're clowns that are in the mainstream fake news media. It's the truth. And this is why folks watch our broadcast, not just mine, but a bunch of us in alternative media. The reason our numbers, all of us, numbers are climbing and theirs are falling is people are tired of the hypocrisy. They're tired of the fakiness. They're tired of the backstabbing. They're tired of the Illuminati. And Trump is getting ready to take on the Illuminati. Believe me, he's going to pick a new Fed. But he's going to do more than that. He's breaking open the JFK files, breaking open the files. What will they reveal? We'll keep a close eye on it. We'll see. Are you serious? Drain the swamp. That's the sound you hear. The sound of ISIS. The caliphate is dead. The stock market breaking all-time records. The unemployment numbers, the lowest in 16 years. The economic growth over 3%. Nothing. Listen, and we don't even have our tax cuts yet. You're hearing the sound. You're hearing the sound of rats jumping off the ship. There they go. There they go. There goes another one. There's two this week. How many more next week? They're jumping. The swamp is being drained. I'll see you guys tonight. Going to be powerful. Now tomorrow, keep this in mind. Tomorrow, I'm going to be a guest on Hagman and Hagman. I'll be a guest on Hagman and Hagman tomorrow night. And then Russ Dizdar will be my guest tomorrow night when I go on Primetime Live at 10 p.m. So get those. I can't wait. I'm a guest on the Hagman and Hagman Report tomorrow night. And then Russ Dizdar will be my guest on the late night Primetime Live on the Super Soldiers. So keep that in mind. That's all tomorrow evening. Are you serious?